Today we are talking about lesson 21, the law of detachment and syllogism. So we are currently talking about part 3. The question for this part says, write a third conditional statement using the law of syllogism. So the thing in this that we do not know yet is the law of syllogism. Is the law of syllogism. So let's cover that now. So the law of syllogism is when if P then Q and if Q then R are true statements, then if P then R is a true statement. So the way to think about this, I'm going to write it in terms of symbols. So we have if P then Q is true, and then if Q then R is true. So here we have this is true. And we know because of the law of detachment that if a hypothesis is true, then the conclusion has to be true as well. So P being true tells us that Q is true. Well, here we have Q right here and Q right there. Those are the exact same things. That means that if we are given P is true, we are then told Q is also true. So we know that this Q is true as well. Well, if this Q is our new hypothesis, and that is true, then we know the conclusion is also true. But we weren't given any information on Q. We don't need to know what Q was, so we can just write it as P, if P, then R. So we're just kind of skipping the step that's the same between the two statements. So here, for this one, it says that if there is a power outage, then the freezer does not work. And if the freezer does not work, then the ice cream will eventually melt. Well, here we have the freezer does not work. And here we have the freezer does not work. Those two things are talking about these two things are the exact same. Therefore, we can just write, undo that. We can just write this statement. If there is a power outage, then the ice cream will eventually melt. That's what they have right there. So now let's go on to the example question. So we have use the law of syllogism to write a third conditional statement based on the statements below. If Anika jumps higher than 5 foot 3 inches in this event, then she will win first place. If Anika wins first place, then she will receive a medal. Well, here we have she will win first place as a conclusion. If she jumps higher than 5 foot 3 inches, then she'll get first place. Well, here we have Anika wins first place. Here we have Anika will win first place. Here we have Anika wins first place. Those two things are the exact same. So if those two things are the same, then we can just cut them out. And our new statement is, if Anika jumps higher than 5 inches, oops, I did the wrong then. If Anika jumps higher than in this event, then she will receive a medal. So our new conditional statement is if Anika jumps higher than 5 foot 3 inches, then she will receive a medal. So now let's go back to our question. Should have in your notes. Write a third conditional statement using the law of syllogism. So here we are looking for something that is the same. One has to be a conclusion and the other has to be a hypothesis. If Nafisa enrolls in an elective, then she will enroll in orchestra. If Nafisa enrolls in orchestra, then she will play the violin this semester. So she will enroll in orchestra. She enrolls in orchestra. Those two things are the same. So our new conditional statement is, if Nafisa enrolls in elective, then she will play the violin this summer. If Nafisa enrolls in an elective, then she will play the violin this semester. So we are done with part 3.